Pour the roast, let's talk about the day. Laughing even if it goes astray.
Welcome to...
Well, I thought it was funny!
Good morning, folks. The time is 10:46 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 22nd of February, 2026. Also known as the 23rd of February if you're a time traveler from Australia. You know, like those folks in Melbourne. How's everybody doing today? Everybody everywhere, not just the folks down under, not just the folks in Melbourne. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Before we get going, let me tell you who I am. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started this community of ours, this community called Well, I Thought It Was Funny. You folks are you, and you folks are the funniest people on the planet. How do I know that? Well, who else are you going to be when you're the funniest people on the planet, right? That's why I'm pretty sure you're you. And how do I know you're the funniest people on the planet? Well, this community was not the funniest community in the world until you got here. Now it is. And I think that math is pretty simple. You must be the funniest people in the world, because how else would that happen? So cheers to making this place the funniest city on the internet. Cheers to being the funniest people in the world, folks. Cheers to being here. Hey, I want to apologize for not knowing what day it was in the last video. I know I said it was Wednesday going on Thursday if you're on the other side of the world in Melbourne, but no, not at all. It was Friday. I promise I don't pre-record this other than maybe a few hours before at the earliest. My head was just fuzzy. My head was not in the game. So I apologize for that, folks. I do know, well, at least I'm pretty sure it's Sunday here. I hope so. So yeah, I'm a little more oriented today. Got a little bit better sleep. I slept in actually, just long enough to get up and watch the evil empire defeat the Alliance, the Rebel Alliance, in a hockey game today, which is too bad. But anyways, I am here. You're here. I hope we're all doing great. And welcome to the funniest city on the internet. Population us, funny people in a funny place, making people laugh. Why do I call us that? Well over 900,000 people in this community of ours, folks. More people than a lot of cities have population. That's why we're the funniest city on the internet. Cheers. We got stuff to talk about, my friends. I had some things going on in the last couple days. Well, number one, let's just start off with the fact that my beautiful, wonderful wife is in Tulum, Mexico at the moment with her friend Tanya. Sounds like the place is absolutely beautiful. She's loving it, very hot, but hey, that's what happens when you go to the jungle, right? Food's been fantastic. She says it's nice, quiet, relaxing, and perhaps we'll go together next time. But this was her special birthday party that she planned, and I think this is awesome that she's gone. Now, of course, I miss her. So do the cats. But that said, I'm just glad she's having a great time. Love you, baby. And I miss you, like I just said. Myself, let's take a look. What's happened? Friday. After the video that I claimed was happening on Wednesday, that evening I went to a concert. I know I talked about it in the video. I went to the Megadeth concert here in Calgary with opening acts Exodus and Anthrax. Now, if you're not a fan of heavy metal, you would not like this concert. I'm a fan of heavy metal. I had an amazing time. Really good. I went with my buddy Mitch Laird, who's also one of our mods here. It was just, I mean, I felt like, except for the bad back and the hair, or lack of hair, kind of felt like I was 18 years old. So, great time, great crowd. It was a pretty busy show. And that was at the Saddle Dome. Now I'm going to stop talking about it. I'm going to show you a slideshow. Hopefully you enjoyed this. These are photos from the show. Some of these shots are a little out of order, but I'll just try to boringly talk through them here. Bringing it up right now. So here we go. This is Exodus with their guitar. This is Exodus, and the lead singer is wearing a Calgary Flames jersey. That's right. That is the jersey of Wolf, our number one goalie. So there's the shots here. And here we have a shot of the Anthrax stage. Close up of three of the members of Anthrax. Now here is the guitarist for Megadeth, Dave Mustaine, the leader and singer of Megadeth. Wide shot of the stage. My buddy Mitch's Dave Mustaine guitar pick. Another shot from Anthrax. Like I said, some of these are out of order. This is Scott Ian of Anthrax. Dave Mustaine and his mane. I thought this was a good one. Another shot of Dave Mustaine playing that beautiful flying V. What a gorgeous guitar. This is me trying to look cool. And this is the final shot. I call this the metal shot. I love this. Very, very metal. Oh yeah, and I got one more little bit from the show. Now, this is a bit of video. It's not my video. I'm not even sure who got the video originally. Now, this is from the Exodus bit. Exodus have a song called Strike of the Beast. And they do this every show where they get the mosh pit to kind of separate. And then they get them to go at each other in what they call the wall of death. Now, the guy standing in the middle here is actually a drummer for a band that my friend Mitch knows. So, check it out. It's going to get a little loud probably, but hey, just hold on and watch. They're just waiting for a signal from the lead singer from Exodus. I thought this was very impressive, but I'll just shut up here. Nope, false start. Get ready. Wall of Death. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty epic video, actually, too. So if you happen to know whose video that is, let me know so I can credit them, folks. So that's what I did. I think it was a great, great show. Yesterday, well, of course, I got up early, drove Wendy to the airport, and then just hung out. I managed to get back to sleep when I got home for a little bit, which is very unusual for me. I don't go back to sleep very often. My phone was out of service for most of the day. I didn't even notice, and it came back on at about 11 o'clock. My phone reconnected. So if anyone tried to phone me today, which is nobody tries to phone me, really. But if you did try and phone me, there was no emergency. Just my phone was out of whack. I did realize I got a text from a buddy of mine, Howard, early in the day saying there was an open shift for today, but I didn't notice until, I said, after 11 p.m. last night. And then I did respond trying to get that shift, and I was not able to get the shift for today, so it's another day off. So that's what's going on today. That's what happened yesterday, and then that awesome concert on Friday. Thanks to my buddy Mitch for hanging out with me at that concert. We had a great, great time. And let's see, what's going on in your life, folks. I would love if you just take a moment right now and click that reaction button. Don't let Minnie Lee down. He wants you to click that reaction button. The thumbs up, the happy emoji, the heart, whatever it might be. That way I know you're watching at least. Come on, please. And if you want to, I would love it if you left a little note about yourself, what's going on today, maybe just how you're doing today. That would be fine. A GIF. How about a photo of your cat, your dog, your frog, your hog, any of your pets? I'm going to go back to the triple cat dare you, because the triple dog dare you didn't work very well. I triple cat dare you to send in a photo of your pet. Current, past, if it's a future pet, that would be wild. Let's see your pets, folks. Please leave them as a comment on today's video, or you can send them via email to admin@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. We want to see your pets. Triple cat dare you to send a photo of your pets. My mom sent in a couple of photos of my awesome adopted brother, Rufus the Golden Doodle. He is such a great dog. And he had a spa day recently, so let's bring up the photos here. Here he is. On the right is the before photo, and on the left is the after photo. I think he looks good in both, though. But yeah, they did a great job grooming him. He's not really a big fan of the groomer, but they did a great job, and I think he looks so good. And this is him later in the day, watching TV with my mom. He is watching a Sherlock Holmes movie, a classic with Basil Rathbone. He's a huge fan of the classic mysteries. Thanks, Mom. I love Rufus. He's such a handsome pooch. I love him. And okay, so he had his spa day. That's what's going on with Rufus and my mom. Michelle Finnerty wished my beautiful, wonderful wife a happy birthday. So did my mom, by the way. Happy birthday, which was just a couple of days ago. That's why Wendy's in Mexico celebrating. Wendy said thank you very much, Michelle. Michelle also noted that they've got some more snow coming Saturday and Sunday, Sunday, Monday, so it's probably happening right now. She's getting tired of the snow. She's looking forward to some nice weather, so she can just get out there and do some walking. I totally get that. We got really cold. Now we're warming up a little bit, but we're not warm. It's minus 17 right now. That's Celsius. And that's 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit, chilly, right? So that's what we got right now, but it is warmer than it was yesterday at this time, and it's going to be warmer later on today, and it's going to be warmer tomorrow than today. So that's a good trend. Let's see. So Michelle contacted us. Lizzy Grin also wished Wendy a happy birthday. Wendy says thank you to you also, Lizzy. Lizzy Grin has been without power and water for several days now due to a snowfall. She lives in the mountains, just in the mountains of California. They got some snow, and what happens when you get extreme weather in the remote locations of California? Your power goes out. So she's dealing with that. I hope that clears up real soon, Lizzie. That's got to be a real pain in the butt, but I do appreciate you keeping us informed and letting us know what's happening. And once again, thank you for the birthday wishes to Wendy. That's a thank you from Wendy. You folks absolutely freaking rock. I've got to say a big thank you to Rose Glad. Rose Glad noticed yesterday that there was a new admin on the group, in our main group, and that admin had only been on the group for less than a day and only had one friend. These are signs that there's something wrong, of course, right? So she sent me an email saying, this is suspicious. Absolutely was suspicious. Thank you for catching that, Rose. I would have eventually caught it, but you caught it really fast, or shortly after it happened. Now, I went and checked in on it, and we had 5 new fake scammy admins. That's right, 5 of them. So Facebook's screwed that this happens. But since I was the originator of the site, the creator of the site, I have the ultimate say, and I went and deleted every single one of them as admins, and I booted them from the site. But this will pop up again because Facebook sucks when it comes to security. So we had that happen. Thank you so very much, Rose. You saved me a big hassle of having to go through and undo a bunch of problems if this had gone on for a couple of days. So what is happening in your life, my friends? Leave a comment on today's video. That would be fantastic. Hit that reaction button down there. Once again, don't disappoint me, please. And we'd love to know what's happening. Photos, anything. Let's hear from you, folks. Let's make the funny city on the internet the friendliest city on the internet. All right, and with that, we've got to the featured posts, and I have 4 featured posts today from 4 funny people just like you. First one is coming from Beatrix Potter. Second one is coming from Elise McNeely. Third one is coming from Kelly Larson, and the 4th one is coming from Michelle Finnerty. So let's bring those up right now. We're going to start off with Beatrix Potter's post. I think this is hilarious. Now, I have to admit, Beatrix Potter's post was this post, but it had been copied and saved and copied and saved. That it was very rough, almost unreadable. So I did find a fresher version of it, but it's the exact same image though. So thank you, Beatrix. I really appreciate that. Made me laugh, and that's why it's being featured. Next one is from Elise McNeely. When I saw the thumbnail for this at first, I thought it was a scammy post, but no, this is actually really funny. Thank you so very much, Elise. Next one is from Kelly Larson. This was my favorite song as a little kid growing up in the 70s. And it is lyrics from Three Dog Night, Joy to the World, if you're wondering, if you're not familiar with it. And thank you so very much. Another funny one, Kelly, you rock. And then the 4th, final, but of course not least, is a post from our friend Michelle Finnerty. And yeah, love that. Love that image just by itself, but it's funny with the comment too. Thank you so very much, Michelle. Thank you so very much, Kelly. Thank you so very much, Elise. Thank you so very much, Beatrix Potter. And of course, thank you to every single one of you folks. You are the reason why, on average, about 1,500,000 people come here to get their laughs. We don't have 1,500,000 members, but we do have that many visitors every day because you're hilarious. So you rock. Thank you. All right, and with all that, I think it's time to get to the bad jokes. Goo Goo Dolls and Lady Gaga have announced that they're going to be touring together in the fall. They're calling it the Goo Goo Gaga Tour. I'm tired of following my dreams. I'm just going to ask them where they're heading and hook up with them later. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. What's green and could kill you if it fell out of a tree and landed on you? A pool table. I know someone so dumb that they think that seaweed is something that fish smoke to get high. What kind of car does Minnie Mouse drive? Well, she used to drive an Austin Mini. But since the kids, she switched to a minivan. I sure hope those made you laugh, friends, and I do have to thank some people for today's jokes. Now, the first joke, the Goo Goo Gaga joke, I'm pretty sure I wrote that, came up with it yesterday and worked on it this morning. The second joke, tired of following my dreams, comes from the late, great Mitch Hedberg, one of the funniest humans ever. The third joke, the what's bad for your teeth in red, you know that joke, that I was submitted by @GravePigeon on YouTube. Now, I did tell it in the past, but it's been a long time, and dad jokes get repeated, right? That's what dads do. And the fourth joke, the one after that, was one that I thought was kind of similar, and I told a long time ago, and I don't know who wrote that. It's an old joke. The fifth and sixth jokes both come from my buddy Dave Knapp. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Grave Pigeon. Thank you, Mitch Hedberg, and I'm not thanking myself because that'd be asinine. And folks, thank you to you. Thanks for watching the jokes, and I want to tell your jokes too. Please send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com or leave them as a comment on today's video, and if you use your joke, I'm going to give you credit for your joke. I want to tell your jokes, folks. Friends, I'm here 4 times a week with a fresh batch of bad jokes just for you. And if these jokes are making you laugh and you'd like to show your appreciation, you can help out with a tiny donation at donate.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. For less than the price of the average cup of coffee, you can help us keep the lights on, keep the jokes rolling, and keep that cow fed. Okay, maybe we don't have a cow. Folks, any little bit's going to go a long way to help us out, and we will definitely appreciate it. Visit donate.wellithoughitwasfunny.com, please. Want to help us out and look good at the same time? Head over to store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com, where we've got t-shirts, hoodies, 3/4 sleeve rock shirts. We got coffee cups. We've got to-go cups. We've got stickers. Check it out today, folks. That's store.wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Hey, do me a favor today. Make somebody's day better by making them laugh. If you can. If it's the right time, if it's the right place, try to make somebody laugh, you're going to make their day better. Another favor I'm going to ask you, you, my friend, are as important as anyone else. I want to make sure that you make sure that you're laughing. Do me a favor, make sure you're laughing today. If you're having a rough day and you haven't had a chance to laugh, hunt it down, not in the evil way. Hunt down something funny that makes you laugh. Maybe, you know, when you get home or whatever from your stressful situation, put on that funny movie that always makes you laugh. Maybe throw on that YouTube channel that makes you laugh. Maybe come here and look for some funnies. Whatever it is, I want to know that you're laughing, folks. And if something really makes you laugh, why don't you leave it as a comment on today's video. Let us know what made you laugh, folks. I want to make sure you're laughing. It's the whole point of everything we do here. And with that, friends, we have come to the end of another one of these videos. I really got to get some more content, and I'm going to try to figure out some new stuff for these videos. I'm going to need your help, though. Let's have some input. What would you like to see? Funny movie reviews? More funny videos? I don't know. What do you want? You're funny. What makes you laugh? Let me know. So, folks, we're going to see you again tomorrow. Most of the time, it's 2 days. But no, Sunday to Monday, we always have a Monday video if nothing happens crazy in my life, right? So we'll see you again tomorrow. Keep laughing, my friends.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.